Good evening, Rapid Nation. It is Monday the 10th. Despite what you're seeing here on the screen, it's already early in the morning, Tuesday over in Baghdad. Welcome to Rapid Updates video. I have a very interesting video here to show you if you haven't heard already. To be clear, the title of this video, I never know what I'm going to title this video until I do the video and complete it, and then I take whatever's relevant from the articles and I put it in the title in order to help give you an idea of what this is going to be all about. So it's not about clickbait. Again, I don't know. I kind of have an idea, but I'm going to read you this article. But first, I want to tell you something. My buddy in Baghdad, I've been speaking with one of them. I have two of them. One of them, I asked about these zeros, and this was a couple weeks ago. I said, what are you hearing about the zeros being dropped, the deletion of the zeros? And he sent me a voice message, and I ended up sharing it with my small community, very, very small community. So I can't play it here at this moment, but he said it won't be good for the Iraqis. And I'm still waiting on an explanation. And then after that, he just ended up telling me what the rate's going to be. And I just been sitting on this for a long time because I need explanation where he came up with the rate. I didn't even ask him about the exchange rate. And he said $1.31. And I was like, how do you come up with this? I didn't even ask you. And it was more of, his educated guess is what it boiled down to. But I needed more substance in order to share that with you all. And I'm still waiting, but it was a guess. But he's inside Iraq, and so they hear things, read things. But I just needed more information before I come out and share this. And then today, why don't we go ahead and let's get rapid on this next article that just came out today, and I'll tell you where we're going to go from there. Searching for Dinar came out with this. The Iraqi Dinar without zeros. The Central Bank of Iraq launches historic reform. Before I begin, I end up doing research. I'm like, who wrote this? Dr. Subhai Jabara. And when I Googled his name, this person who wrote this, they're like a dermatologist, which isn't really them. I just can't find the individual right now just to get some sort of background, because after reading this, let me just preface, it reads really smooth. And it's unlike any other article. I've been doing this for years. And if there's any other YouTubers out there reading this article, give me your feedback on it as well. It just reads, I don't know if it's ChatGPT or it's just well written when it's been transposed from Arabic. And plus, not to mention the what's being said in this article is jaw-dropping, to say the least. The Central Bank of Iraq has officially confirmed that it is moving forward with its long-awaited 0-0 project, a massive financial reform that will fundamentally reshape the country's economy and its standing on the global stage. In the series of statements, the central bank governor emphasized that the project is not mere speculation, but a concrete initiative that has generated considerable enthusiasm and interest in international financial circles. And I have highlighted specific points because I'm not going to read the entire article. This ambitious project aims to rename the Iraqi dinar by removing 3 zeros from its nominal value to better reflect the country's growing economic strength. This move, which has been the subject of rumors for years, I find that sentence to be strange. Rumors for years is currently under active development with comprehensive studies. Simulations have been completed. Plan to ensure financial stability while unlocking the currency's true potential. I mean, it's just gleaming with positivity. And again, I didn't say this part. I'm definitely moving with this article with optimism, but very, very cautious. Okay, so understand me. For years, Iraqi dinar has suffered from decline of its nominal value as a result of decades of conflict and instability. The current exchange rate, hovering around the unofficial rate of 1415 dinars to the US dollar, forces citizens to carry large amounts of cash for their daily transactions and complicates international trade and investment. The 0-0 project, was designed to address this problem. And then they go on to say the currencies align with the country's strong economic fundamentals, including robust oil revenues, expanding gold reserves, which is just like the next article down. We know about that. Deepening trade partnerships with China, the United States, Europe. The central bank has been carefully not to commit to specific timeline, which is important that I mention that. The confirmation of the project has begun marks a pivotal moment for Iraq. This represents transition from post-war recovery to the new era of economic independence. Signs of reform. How will removing zeros work? The phrase removing zeros may sound alarming, but it is a standard monetary policy tool known as currency revaluation. It is not confiscated of wealth, but rather a recalibration of the currency's nominal value. In essence, 1,000 old Iraqi dinars will become one new dinar. Everybody by now understands that part. 3-0 notes, drop the 3 zeros, it becomes that nominal value. Wages, all prices, and savings will be adjusted proportionally, ensure that the individual's purchasing power remains stable at the moment of the shift. The real shift occurs in a subsequent adjustment of the exchange rate. The central bank has developed several scenarios with internal studies predicting that the floating dinar could stabilize automatically at a value in the distant future between $3.22 and 4.25 dinars to the dollar. Wow. I've been doing this for a long time. I don't remember the last article where I read a value of this. We've heard about it. Nobody ever could show it. But to read about it from an Arabic news source. The governor clarified these figures are not a declared rate, but rather an indicator of the currency's potential if it is allowed to float freely based on market demand and Iraq's economic fundamentals. Two main paths are being considered for the next phase. Both options remain on the table, whether it favors a gradual market-driven adjustment or a swift and decisive reset. Either path would trigger one of the most significant currency transformations in modern Middle East. The economic driver. Why is now the right time for a stronger dinar? The timing of this reform is not coincidental. The Iraqi economy is at a revolutionary turning point. This country's fiscal position is steadily improved, driven by several factors: oil, OPEC, Iraq's steady oil revenues, economy, strong support for currency, growing gold reserves, and I mentioned all the relationships with the other big countries. Despite this strength, the nominal value of the dinar has lagged, widening the gap between the official exchange rate and the true value. Each time Iraq's GDP grows or its foreign reserves increase, this discrepancy becomes more pronounced. The 0-0 project is the mechanism to close this gap, allowing the currency to finally reflect the country's true wealth of economic progress. And of course, if that were to happen, it would boost regional investment and show a more attractive destination for foreign investment. Reduces dependence on the dollar by repegging its currency to diversified baskets of currencies or commodities. Iraq can reduce its reliance on the US dollar for oil settlements and move with significant geopolitical implications. Inspires monetary reform. It could inspire neighboring economies to recess their monetary structures. The central bank's governor has emphasized that the reform is not a rash or hasty move. Every step is carefully measured, documented, and designed to maintain stability and public confidence. As far as a timeline, they say that indicates that implementation is closer than ever. When the reform takes place, whether through a gradual float or a sudden restructuring, it will permanently alter Iraq's fiscal identity. The phrase removing zeros, as simply as it sounds, represents one of the most ambitious and complex financial engineering projects in the country's modern history. The central bank is not just changing numbers, it is redefining how Iraq interacts with the global economy. The world is watching closely. The potential shift in the dinar's value, with the projections ranging from 322 and 4.25 to the dollar, has captured the attention of investors, economists, and governments worldwide. This is not just an economic story. It is history in motion. The message is clear. The nation is ready to transcend its past and write a new chapter of prosperity and strength. So If you've been following me for a long time now, you know I'm just raw and real. Some people even complain I come with negativity, but it's really it's not negativity. It's more about being open-minded but being cautious. And the last thing I want is a YouTube channel full of hype and hopium. I just can't bring that here. And this video is already way over the typical videos that I typically record. They're a lot shorter. But man, like when I read this earlier, I definitely was smiling. Like it definitely gives you hope. And what we don't know right now is when this is all going to take place. But I've never read anything quite like this. Again, it's been a long time coming, and I never want to give people false hope. But reading this, it's just, if it helps you get through the end of the year, if it helps you hold on to what you have without calling it toilet paper or just wallpaper, if it just helps you get by a little longer, that's what this video is about. And I just come to you with pure excitement. In the end, it's just pure excitement. So I don't know if you want to give thumbs up, comment down below, but to actually read it, documentation beats conversation all day long. To read this, and again, I don't know the background of this writer. Who knows if this is fake news. I like to hear what your comments are down below. Focus on you and your family. Focus on getting through the holidays. We'll see you on the next Rapid Updates video.